Yay, we're live.
In living color.
What?
Do what you want to do. In living color.
You know what I'm saying? It's actually episode 112. I feel like we should sing a 112 song. 112.
Let me tell you what I want to do. I'm still for you. Can't get enough of you.
Also, music jingle lyrics.
You know what I'm talking about?
No peaches and cream. Okay, you guys.
Ooh. Ooh.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode number 112 of the Marriage Go Round podcast.
Anywhere, all alone, you and me.
Privacy. No. I probably
No words.
But
Let me tell you what I want to do, baby.
This is a good one. It's all the places they want to do it to her. In the bedroom, in the shower. BT Kingsley would unalive us. BT Kingsley loves 112 almost as much as he loves Day 26. He's our best friend, and I can't believe that.
I think he loves them more than Day 26. Hopefully.
I thought Day 26 was his very favorite.
Impossible.
Which is crazy. That's why we always argue. But anyway, we digress. Welcome to episode number 112 of the Marriage Go Round podcast with your real life married couple and comedian host, Tangerine. Tangerine, did you point to me? Oh, that's me? It looks like you. Tangerine and CT, where we talk about dating, marriage, and funny relationship memes from our own monogamish point of view. I'm excited to see who was in here before we got in here. Very first person to be here, of course. So supportive always. It's Jordan Taylor.
Joe Tate.
Also known as Joe Tate, nicknamed by CT is Dope. The both of them are looking very nice on today's show as always. Even they're singing. Thank you very much. Devontae hit me up on TikTok after I posted over there and said, what time is the show on YouTube today? Forget what this little post is about. When you doing your show on YouTube? Devontae, thank you. Thank you for being here. He says, good evening, y'all. What's going on? Guy Trip is in the building. Grand Rising, Grand Descending. Who says Grand Rising, Grand Descending?
Never heard Grand Descending.
He says anxiety is real. That's funny, Guy Trip. He wants a hug. Devontae wants a hug. You know how you get the hugs? Super Chat is enabled on YouTube, and it's also...
Put your money where your mouth is, Playboy.
Super stickers are enabled.
Let the flirts go away now.
If you're watching the replay, you can send a super thanks just to help support the channel, or you can be like our sponsor last week and the week before, which was a Guy Trip. He sent us each $25 on our Cash Apps, # Tangerine and # Team CT Entertainment.
You know what I do?
What do you do?
Whenever somebody sends a super thanks, I've been doing this with my other shows.
Okay.
I screenshot it and thank them the following episodes.
I love that. And I would even screenshot it and put it in my stories on all of my platforms. Big. And you know I have a lot of different platforms. So if you guys send something after the fact, you'll be in my stories. You look sexy with your blue on and your makeup eyelashes. Thank you, Devontae. Representing home. Love the hoodie. That's what I want y'all to say. I love the hoodie too. I haven't seen this one before.
Yeah, it's brand new.
I like it. And it's the tangerine color. Oh, you were a tourist.
You know, this is actually the color of the Detroit Tigers.
That's tangerine and blue.
I think that's what they thought of when they were making it.
Exactly.
They were like, in about 80 years, there's going to be a girl, and we want to model our team after her color.
Here she is. Tangerine. You see the name check. Jarrell Week says, who said this? Quote, you look like you make songs about snitching. That is hilarious. That is a quote from my movie Onyx. I said, nah, he looks like a dude. He looks like a rapper who makes mixtapes about snitching. I think that's what I said. But anyways,
that's a great line.
Thank you very much. It made me laugh when I watched the movie because I forgot I said it. And I was like, that was pretty funny.
That's how it goes when you film something. You forget about it.
Yeah, but I appreciate that movie, Onyx, because they did let me leave a lot of my own words, my own jokes, my own ad-libs in. And thank you for quoting them back to me, Jerobo. I appreciate that. And if you have not watched Onyx, please check it out. You can see it on Amazon Prime with your BET Plus subscription, or just watch it directly from the BET Plus app. I'm also on the Michael Blackson show on the same apps. So if you haven't seen that yet from a year or two ago, get caught up on all things Tangerine.
Because you be walking.
And while you're there, BET Plus, you might as well watch my baby, because he's a voiceover artist and he plays Reverend Mooney on Little Kev, which is a show about Kevin Hart as a child, but it's animated. It's super funny. He's super funny, and we out here getting this bag. He also has a new Disney show coming out that he can't talk about yet.
Well, I can talk about now it's out.
Okay.
I don't know. Should I try to reach out to Deadline and get them to mention me, or should I do that next season?
We can talk about publicity and marketing off the air.
I thought we were talking about.
Because you asking advice about publicity and marketing, and I got to tell you the angle of how you get that handled.
Oh, got it. You thought you would tell me before. Oh yeah, what's up? What's next?
The theme song, ladies and gentlemen, because we are already 5.5 minutes into the show. Here's your theme song. I'm in a good mood. You in a good mood?
Mm.
That wasn't an answer at all. Look at your cheeks. Are you about to spit it out? There we go. There's those bright pearly whites. Okay, here's the theme song, you guys. Then we'll get into the episode and talk about relationships. If you'd like to get on camera and give us a question or give us advice about relationships, click the link in the description where you're watching. We're live on Facebook. I'm actually live on my personal Facebook page just for fun because it's going to get deleted in a month anyway. Might as well do that. And my business Facebook page and my YouTube page. So all these chances to watch us. What's up, CT and Tangerine? What's up, Ron Douglas? I want you to know how to spell my name. So I'm going to show it to you on the screen right here because you didn't know any better, sir. You didn't know. But there it is right there on the bottom. It's spelled with a J, 2 E's. All right. I got caught up on little Kev during my BET Plus trial. Look at that. She caught it. She downloaded the app to watch Onyx. Supported you. Now she can cancel it and not have to spend any money. All right, here we go with the theme song. Where is it? La 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 la. It's right here. Are you ready for? Did I do it? Are you ready for the theme song? Do re mi fa sol la ti and do. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Marriage go round.
Marriage go round. Tangerine and CT.
Marriage go round.
Cause it's married things and things are rough. Married things and things are rough. The real relationship podcast.
Blocka, blocka, blocka.
Pew, 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 pew. Boop, 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 boop. Pew, 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 pew. What's the matter, baby?
It gets longer every time you do it.
Pew, 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 pew. This is the remix. Pew, 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 pew. Braka, braka. Yeah. You're so amazing.
I'm a good co-host.
You're a great co-host. Yay! Thank you so much for the sponsorship this week. Again, Guy Trip sent another $25, and it says
also sent it to me as well.
So $50 donation. He is now sponsored. Episode 112.
He's
once again, Guy Trip and his beautiful wife Frances Trip, and it says in the for section it says for money.
Shout out to young friend.
I appreciate that, Guillaume. Latasha said she canceled her BET Plus subscription Saturday before she got charged Sunday. That's smart. Because that's how they get you. You forget to cancel. And then you end up paying another month, another month, another month. She must have set a calendar. She's not playing around. Autumn Reed's in the building.
Autumn Reed.
She says the theme song video is great, but nothing beats the live version.
You mother. I want to say shout out to Autumn Reed as well for subscribing to the Patreon.
Hey.
She's got access to the amenities that we are building over there.
And you are posting a lot on your Patreon now. They're getting a lot for their money.
Are you a member?
I've been.
I don't see you interact.
I don't see you interacting mine too, but you be looking at stuff, and if you see something you don't like, you be texting me like, So you in there?
Tangerine.
Yes. When you say my name, that means you know you caught and you don't have anything
Tangerine.
to debate.
Tanjareen.
Yes, darling. Yes.
All right.
So speaking of Patreon and what we've been up to since the last episode, if you know, the BET Awards happened on Monday, which is
What's
weird.
going on?
Which is weird because they're normally the last Sunday in June. But from what I heard,
what's going on?
From what I heard, the venue wasn't available, so they had to move the date this year.
The venue, there's more than one venue in LA.
That's the venue they like to use. They like to use the Peacock Theater, the LA Live area, because they have the BT Experience there. The whole weekend has a bunch of like roller skating and concerts and open casting calls and panels. So they use that whole area, and it wasn't available from what I heard.
Was it ever at the Dolby?
I know the Emmys is there and a lot of movie premieres, but I don't know if they ever did it at the Dolby.
They should do the BT Awards at the Dolby. I bet the behavior would be different.
Where would they do all the other events for the weekend, the experience, the parties? Like there's a lot that happens. So anyways, because of my movie Onyx, which is on BET Plus, which is BET, which is owned by Paramount and Viacom, I was invited to the BET Awards.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. And so I spent a lot of time last week looking for what to wear and hiring my glam team and thinking about hair and makeup. And I tried on clothes, videoed it, and put that on my Patreon so that you guys could help me figure out what to wear. So if you have not seen my Patreon, you get to have a nice sneak peek into what it's like to get ready for the BET Awards. And I have 2 more videos to post for you to let you know how it all turned out. And I'll let you see all that before I show the world what I ended up actually wearing, which is why I haven't posted from BET yet. But it was a great time. They didn't let me bring a guest, so I couldn't bring my baby.
Oh, I wouldn't have went.
But my baby was on the road. So what you been up to?
I wouldn't have went because I don't like chaos. And the times you've taken me to award shows with you have been chaos. Remember we went to the Emmys?
We went to the Emmys, and that was mild compared to the BET Awards. BET Awards, now mind you, they've been a network for 45 years. I believe that's what they were calling this year, 45. But I don't know if the awards have been around. I think the awards might be 25
Since
years
2000.
old. 25 years.
No, 2002. Because I remember Sid and Steve hosted the first 2. Monique hosted the first one. And Sid and Steve hosted, this was well after the Kings of Comedy. So this had to be 2001 or 2. Autumn, you could tell me if I'm wrong.
I was about to say, just ask Autumn Reed. She's our almanac if Ashley Wright isn't in here to do her Black Facts. I believe they're calling this year 25 for the BET Awards and year 45 for the network. And you would think with all those years under their belt that it would be smooth, not chaotic. That was not the case.
Chaotic?
Even picking up my ticket, because you're supposed to pick up your ticket a couple days before the awards. Very, very, very difficult process. In fact, I'll put that video on my Patreon as well. And not just my Patreon, but my Instagram subscriber page where you can also click subscribe and you only pay, 20 cents a day. I'm posting things there too. So yeah, it was chaotic. And he would have been miserable. You would have been miserable at the show as well. I haven't even told you.
No.
But you would have been miserable.
I've been kind of holding off on the story because I'm like, I don't feel like being drained yet.
That's why I didn't tell you when you kept asking me yesterday, because I was like, every time I tell you what I go through and I give you the details, you go, ugh, I was exhausting. And it's like, well, then I don't need to tell you.
It'd be so exhausting because I'm empathetic. So I'm placing myself there with you. And that's why I get tired. I'm like, I want to cuss somebody out. And even though it's not present tense. So to answer your question, this past weekend, I was with Matt Rife in Salt Lake City, Utah, Omaha, Nebraska, and Des Moines, Iowa. And I got on my first private jet.
Ooh! And you're somebody who's scared of heights. So I can't believe, because that plane was narrower than I expected. When you
Not really. I mean,
when I saw it, I was like, how did you not get scared?
It wasn't a small plane. It looks like it would probably be a small plane in comparison to a Delta flight, but it was very comfortable. It was like riding in a car, honestly.
Wow.
And the conversation was so great. Like me, Matt, and Erica were just talking and kicking it. And the time just flew by. We were just having a ball. And also it was just so much, it felt luxury. I was like, wow.
So is this something you can get used to?
Not on my dime.
About how much does it cost to take a trip on a private jet?
It varies. But I've heard different flights cost different things. So I don't think you'd be spending anything less than 30 grand.
Okay, well, that ain't nothing to a baller. We got goals. You know what other goals we have? And when I say we, I mean me.
What?
I had a guest pass to do a spin class at Equinox today.
Oh, you said it right way.
And I had friends who go to Equinox, but I'd never gone in. Equinox and Spectrum are very expensive gyms here in LA, and I'm sure they're in other parts of the country, but I just know that
Never heard of Spectrum.
My wealthy friends go to those 2 gyms. And I went today, and it was so pristinely clean. And they
How clean was it?
They had white towels on each of the bikes when we got there. And as soon as class was over, 2 people came in and started cleaning the bikes as we were still getting off of them. They started spraying, they started replacing towels. Like, it's really clean. They have a nice little juice bar. Everything's fabulous. I was like, wow, I could get used to this. The bathroom's beautiful. They have so many amenities in the bathroom. They have mouthwash with little cups. They have facial cleanser and a toner next to each part of the sink. They had a flat iron, not just a hair dryer in each stall with a mirror with the lights around it, but they have flat irons. I said, oh, the sisters.
Oh, plural.
The sisters got something for their hair in here. I said, let me see how much it is to cost to join Equinox.
How much is it?
$350 a month.
Let me tell you something. They better be beating my meat. after I finish a set. I want it beat after I finish. I want it beat after they finish the bench press. I want it beat after I finish the cable machine. And when I get off the treadmill, I want a two-hammer. You understand?
Not the pepper grinder.
I want a pepper grinder.
At the gym, who wants to release their juices at the gym?
I better be showered and then released.
They also have a spa in there, and they do massages, and they do all types of like Reiki therapy, and you can add different oils and things, and there's a little price sheet at the entrance of the spa. It's amazing, but yeah, you better give a happy ending if you're spending $350 a month to go to the gym.
I want a happy ending and a happy beginning.
You want to walk in with a handy?
I want to walk in and a girl just, this is the happy beginning. When you walk into the gym, it should be a girl to look at you and be like, and then you can keep going.
So that you got your confidence up. You got your confidence up, because anytime you hear from a girl, that means you're looking good.
And then when you're walking by, I want her to whisper to her girl, I can see it a little bit.
Oh, talk about the print. Okay.
And then I want, my meat beat at each station.
Would you even work out with all that going on?
Yeah, $400.
Okay.
$400 a month?
How did it go from $350 to $400?
You got to round up.
Okay. And tax?
Yeah, they're not just letting you out the door with $350.
Also, it's one location is a certain price.
Mm-hmm.
But then if you want to do global membership, it is about $370, I think $380.
It's $350 for just one?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
And that doesn't include Century City, because Century City has their own price, and I'm not sure why they're so special, but you can't.
It better include me being able to sleep here 3 nights in a month.
So you need to be a hotel. Okay.
They got flat irons. I know it's a bed in there somewhere.
All right, Equinox, you've got 24 hours to respond. We've got some demands.
Equally, let me knock out some box when I'm able to.
So now they need hookers?
$400 a month?
For $500 a month, we need, oh goodness. So yeah, I went to Equinox today.
Meat beaten.
And I mean, can somebody tug my boat while I'm there?
Tug your boat? Is that what you're saying?
The little man on the boat? That's what Speedy used to say on Speedy's Comedy Corner. He'd be like, yeah, I want to play the little man on the boat. You know
I never knew what that meant.
Oh, yeah, he used to say that all the time.
No, you can't get that, especially if I'm paying for it.
Wait a minute. So you paying for both of ours, so that's about $700, $800. You going in there, you getting a happy beginning, you getting a happy ending, and I can't get a little man to just tug the boat a little bit.
What do you need it for? You're walking in with no responsibility.
I need to release some stress from having to come in and straighten up, take care of my hair, make sure I'm a good wife for you. Doing your laundry is so much work, baby. Making sure you come home to peace is not easy.
Let me tell you, on that list, there's only 2 things that I counted that you be doing. Let me come home to peace.
Yes.
And that laundry.
That's important. That's important. CT said, I want to get pumped and be pumped on every visit.
Me beaten.
This is ridiculous.
I better not have the energy to go to the next machine.
Guy Trip says, I want a happy continuation. Y'all are silly. Jordan Taylor is laughing. Z-Dog says, that part, CT, a wonderful, wonderful time from beginning to end. Guy Trip says, Kid Rock tried to host the Diddy parties, but it was too dark for him. What are you talking about, guys?
It's so stupid.
Sweet says, I just got in here. You missed a lot, Sweets. You missed a lot.
Meat beat.
Equinox, 24 hours to respond. All right, they answered us before. They said this was the 25th year for the awards for BET. It started in 2001. Thank you, Autumn Reed. And Ron Douglas also answered us as well. 45 for the network. They said 25 for the award show. Thank you so much. I knew I heard them saying stuff like that. Oh, my goodness. So, yeah, we had a little taste of luxury this week. Private jet, Equinox. It's a nice life. We got some new goals in our.
You know why I'm very happy about that jet situation? Outside of just it being a lifetime opportunity, which God has allowed me to have several of continuously, and you as well. Yes. But because Matt is such a humble guy, man.
Matt Rife.
He's the same kid I knew from day one. Nothing has changed about him except his bank account and his popularity. He's the exact same person. He's so kind. He has yet to tell a person no who's asked for a picture with him. You know what I mean?
That's amazing, because there's a lot of people that recognize him.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And he shares his crowd. He's very giving. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the show, curtain call, like, yo, let me bring my friends back up. Let's take a picture. He could have just been like, all right, y'all.
Yeah.
Take a picture with your boy because I'm here to see.
Yeah.
And he's not like that.
And you've been on tour with other people and you see the difference. One thing I love about Matt Rife is he has programs printed at some of his shows. And these are arena shows. So there's 10,000, 14,000 people in the audience. And there'll be a program. And inside the program, CT's picture and handles to his social media will be there. So that people can say, oh man, that guy's funny. Let me follow him right now.
Let me also give credit to Martin Lawrence. Martin Lawrence, when he was hosting the Lit AF tour, he would also bring us back up. And it was like, that was my first experience or something like that.
And the pictures of that were dope.
They were so dope. I still got the videos on my phone. Every one that I did, I got them on my phone.
Great.
And also, something else special about Martin Lawrence. I'm on the phone with Marty Morrow today, right?
Okay.
I'm on the phone with him, just kicking the ballistics.
Not to be confused with Marty Marr.
Right.
Marty Morrow.
Marty Morrow. And we're talking about something dealing with the show. And then I see a phone number, and I was like, hey, yo, I got to call you back. It's Martin Lawrence. And you know what he said? He was like, how you doing? I was like...
He checks on you sometimes.
I was like, I'm doing great, Martin Lawrence. How are you? And he was like, man, I'm
call
good.
him Martin Lawrence.
And he said, man, you did your thing on your special.
Yay!
He said, you did your thing on your special. That was great. And I said, do you understand how massive it was for me to have you there, because you're the man that made me want to do this. And then you're at my first comedy taping, my first stand-up special, you're in the audience.
And he gave you a stand-up ovation.
Gave me a stand-up ovation. Let's not forget that.
Sitting right next to me, and I was like, oh,
I got the stand-up ovation.
He got up too. Yeah, great.
So
I'm
yeah,
happy for you.
Thank you.
I married well.
I don't take it for granted.
You did. Well. I married
you
well.
really did, because there are a lot of other knuckleheads that you could have.
Yeah.
You know.
I chose you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would have made some bad decisions.
Exactly. So yeah, we've had a pretty good.
I check on your mama.
You do check on my mama. I talked to yours too.
A lot of people don't be doing that.
I texted your mama a couple days ago.
A lot of people don't be checking on people.
She actually asked me to send her pictures of what I was wearing at the BET Awards, because she checked on me during the BET Awards to ask me to stay away from the stuff that was happening in the riots downtown.
I ain't even respond to that, man.
And I said, actually, I'm in downtown, inside the BET Awards. I sent her a picture of Tyler Perry on stage, and she was like, "Oh, I want to see the dress you're wearing."
Don't forget about the riots.
Yeah, she forgot about that. She's like, "Tyler on stage, you at the awards, let me see." So
Tyler is the Black Mama cheat code, the Black and Latin Mama cheat code.
Yeah, and he gave a great speech at the BET Awards. He really, really did. But this is a relationship podcast. Let me see what
we're relating.
We're relating. Oh, you guys were talking about me not posting in the. Okay, Ron Douglas says Onyx was really cool to watch. Thank you for watching it, Ron Douglas. I appreciate
Ron Douglas for watching.
Lexi Lex says, I've definitely been looking to see if you were in the background of any BET Award show videos. Laughing emojis. Lexi Lex says, Z-Dog says, same Lexi. No tantrums, looking like boom, bam, boom, 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 bop, bam.
That's hilarious.
Thank you very much, Z-Dog. That's very, very funny.
Let me tell you something.
What's up, baby?
I don't condone violence, but Drake got to see him in the streets.
Because that song.
His album has went generationally viral. And what I mean is,
that's facts.
You remember when Kings of Comedy came out? And to this day, people say, if you see me running, I'm running too. Or they say milk and cookies. Or they say, what's the other thing? I wish your mother would. That's my cousin. So many quotables from the Kings of Comedy. It's generational as a special.
Yes.
This album has people's grandmas quoting it.
Yeah, and if you look at TikTok, you'll see a lot of people in convalescent homes, like older non-Black people, doing dances to his music. One thing Kendrick did that was intelligent was he took the copyrights off of Not Like Us, and maybe the other songs on the album too, but for sure Not Like Us, because he wanted people to be able to post it, dissect it, talk about the lyrics, have it in the back of their mini vlogs, and not have to worry about not being able to monetize it. And that was brilliant because everybody was using his songs, and it was just getting played over and over again, and Drake was able to enjoy that as it played again. Even my spin class instructor is also the assistant minister at my church. And do you know he played Squabble Up?
Really?
No, I'm sorry. He played Turn the TV Off in class today during spin class. Turn the TV off. Turn the TV off. And I was like, okay, Minister Reverend Skip, turn the TV off. Why are you making that face? It was lit. It wasn't the cuss version of it.
No. I was making a face because I know you weren't paying attention, but someone in the green room came in. I think it was Jiggleman.
I heard it.
Yeah. But here's the beautiful thing. You got us during the pandemic.
Yeah, we're not going to.
Let me tell you why you can't get us here, Jiggleman. You can't get us here because we have a screen where so let me explain this to those of you guys who don't know. Jiggleman is the name that I created because when I was on live on Instagram during the pandemic and a little before, he would pop in under these different names. And on Instagram, you can't really see who's about to try and come in live. So he would come in and it would just be his meat jiggling. He would jingle his meat, on soft, hella pause. And pause.
Why would anybody want to show you that and show it to you when it's not at its best?
Right. And he's trying to do this to show like the crowd, everybody who's watching. And it didn't work. I mean, it worked on Instagram because it was like, you got me. This is disgusting. You're actually, unstable mentally. And then we got on this social engine and we could see the green room before anything else. So his goal is to show everybody, and you can't because we see you coming a mile away.
Exactly. Green Ranger says extra mega pause. Facts on that. Sweet says, OMG, I remember that. Exactly.
So Jiggleman, you can't get us.
Autumn Reed, unrelated, says, I demand a CT retro review episode with Martin and for either Blue Streak or a Thin Line. That would be dope.
That would be dope. I'm still trying to work out if I'm going to do movies.
Tell them what you're talking about.
Oh, sorry. So I do another podcast.
Another podcast because he doesn't do enough of them.
I found my lane.
Your lane is sketches. People keep asking about sketches.
That's not my lane.
I
got lucky a couple of times.
They keep asking, when do you CT go do some? This is cute and all, but when are y'all gonna do some more sketches? I miss your sketches.
So CT Cinema Retro Reviews is a podcast that I do. That's basically a movie podcast. So we talk about old shows. We're gonna do some shows at some point, and I usually pick the movie based on my guest's favorite movie, something that they're very passionate about talking about, right? So I don't know if that would be one of Martin's, like if he would like to, he'd probably like to talk about it and we could get some behind the scenes info, but I got to ask him his favorite stuff is. I know he used to love watching the Jetsons as a cartoon.
Did you though? Because you have to talk about it too.
Right. And the thing is, if they have something that I haven't seen, I'll then watch it before they come on.
You have to
So we had Walter Jones yesterday. The episode drops on Friday for those who can't catch the live. And his was Purple Rain. So I had never seen Purple Rain from the beginning, and I watched Purple Rain. It was all right.
It was all right, but I remember the misogyny.
A lot of misogyny.
And the colorism.
A lot of colorism.
Of the women in that movie did not make me feel excited to be a little brown girl with kinky hair.
There were no brown girls in the movie.
When I saw Purple Rain, but I was still a huge Prince fan.
A lot of mixed, a lot of light, and a lot of white.
A lot of white.
No dark, though. The only dark-skinned person in the movie, believe it or not, was Jerome.
Right. And he's like a villain. Which is, very on
brand.
Sweet says, he totally ignored the question about sketches, laughing emoji.
I didn't. I answered it right there. I said, I found my lane. You said, your lane is sketches. I said, no, I just got lucky a couple of times.
The Jetsons was trash.
The Jetsons was
innovative. We just haven't gotten everything that they promised us because we're still waiting on the floating cars to go above traffic.
We got the moving walks, though.
We got the moving walks. We got the microwave food. Fax machines was something they kind of put something in a box, a machine, and then it kind of could go somewhere else. And we got email and fax. So
FaceTime is the big thing.
Yeah, FaceTime,
video calls.
So they were pretty good.
They were 50 years ahead of their time.
The Jetsons is problematic in an R. Kelly-ish way. How so, Autumn Reed?
Also, how could you have thought of that?
That's
50
the mind
years
of
ago.
That kind of person. Anybody who writes anything sci-fi, even though animated, that's basically animated sci-fi.
It is because
brilliant.
You had to see buildings in the sky. You had to see flying cars, which you would think is kind of easy because you got existing cars.
They had a robot maid.
Which we have now. The video call was the big thing.
Yeah, that was dope.
And then the money thing. It was something about money. I don't think they had cards, but like she took the money and it was really different.
Jerome and the big dude with glasses during the final number.
Oh,
as the other dark-skinned guy. Okay.
The owner, he's not really dark though, but I'll give it to you. He wasn't yellow like the rest of them.
Break yourself, fool.
Oh, Clarence Williams.
You remember his real name?
Yeah, it was the guy from Tales from the Hood.
Good job, man.
Yeah, he passed away. He was great in the movie. He played Prince's father.
Green Ranger with the facts. The dark-skinned antagonist trope is an 80s thing and a Tyler Perry thing. I didn't want to mention the Tyler Perry thing, but I know y'all was realizing it too. LMAO, you're absolutely right, Green Ranger.
And you know what? I'm going to say this. I mean, people, who are we to say who's been a villain in somebody's life? You know what I mean? Like in some people's lives, there have been all yellow people that have been mean, or there have been all dark people that have been mean. And these people get a chance to create and they show it off. I get it.
I'm not mad at that.
I'm not dark. So it's like, I can't really... You know, like I relate.
Did you say you're not dark?
I'm not dark.
What are you?
I'm brown.
Oh, Lord. You one of those people?
What are you talking about? Look at our skin. I'm lighter than you. I'm more red.
You are not lighter than me.
Yes,
You've actually admitted off camera that you're darker. What is happening now?
Summertime.
It's summer now.
Mm-mm.
It's not summer right now? Just because you close your eyes slow, it makes it not summer?
It's the top of winter.
It's the top of winter.
Christmas is next week. What are you talking about?
You don't shut your dark butt up. Oh, anyway, since it's a relationship podcast, how about we do a date night where we have a little something good to eat? I can cook your favorite meal and we watch Straw. Tyler Perry's new movie that's getting rave reviews. It was filmed in 4 days.
You know, cook my favorite meal. Let's focus on that. What is that?
That's all you care about.
What is this?
You have to tell me what you would like me to make.
How would you say my favorite if you don't know what it is?
Because I'm giving you the choice. That's what that means.
Cool. Fried chicken, mashed potatoes, and corn.
I can't wait to make you some vegan fried chicken, baby. It's going to be delicious.
Cool.
All right. What, will we watch the Straw?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm going to play my game while you fry that chicken.
Can somebody teach me how to fry things before? No, I'm just playing. I got you. Okay, let's talk about we don't support Tyler Perry in this house. Hey. Tyler Perry is the producer.
I love Tyler Perry.
I love Tyler Perry. I really want to work with him. And when I shot the Michael Blackson TV show, it was the Tyler Perry Studios.
Even if I didn't work with him, I love Tyler Perry.
I think he is a brilliant businessman. And the fact that he's one of the very few billionaires who are Black shows that he's doing something.
And he's made more Black millionaires, as he said.
And he's made, I don't know, he said billionaires, but I think he meant to say millionaires.
He said billionaires.
Okay, good. Because I was like, did he say billion? Because he
No,
definitely is not. Tyler Perry is the best. Look at that, Latasha says. What's up, Latasha?
Because here's how I think about it. I'm almost always rooting for the underdog, specifically because people often criticize things, right? So I look at Tyler Perry like I look at myself. People are like, oh, this person ain't this person ain't that. I've been told that same thing. And it's like, what? I'm just trying to do this to try to create that. People are like, no, I don't like this. I like this person. And it's like, so that's why I think I identify with him so much, because people are going to always criticize what you do.
Always. And he's the epitome of learning to not care what the haters say. And he continues to thrive. And he continues to nurture the community who supports him. If nobody supported him, he wouldn't have the success that he has. But he has enough support that he's a billionaire, and he focuses on the niche that type of person likes to watch, which I love. Shout out to Tyler for giving Sinbad a role so he could pay him. Is he in this new Straw movie, or is that an old story? But that's great either way.
I think he's in the Straw movie.
Oh, that's great. That's great. All right, I'm about to read some memes.
Oh, yeah, what you got on tap?
But in all seriousness, I've been a fan of you guys since Speedy's, LOL. Thank you, Illmatic826.
Where were you in 2007? I mean, here's the thing. I hate that you got to catch this L, but everybody has been coming out of the woodwork for the past 10 years like, hey, yo, I've been there since day one. Nobody was showing me love on this show when I was on this show. I'm talking about people would call in and they would ask for Corey. They would ask for Marlo, Rodney, Speedy, Tangerine. Like nobody was saying something for me. And it's like the minute that show ended, I've gotten so many messages and quotes from things that I would say on that show. And hey, what's up, young gun, and this and that. And I'm like, where were y'all?
He says he was in middle school.
Thank you. Thank you. I wasn't far from it, so thank you. Okay. I get it.
Excellent.
That's a solid answer, right?
That is a great answer. But he's still watching the show. That was for adults. I remember when Corey said Tangerine had on a wool helmet. That's hilarious. Corey used to light me up so much. I don't even remember all the stuff he used to say. But that's very funny. They always talked about my forehead.
I remember he hit you with one, and it was funny. But I was like, man, I like her though. Like, It was so funny. I'll tell you off air, man. These are beautiful flowers.
They are. Paula, our
So
neighbor, sent me the most exquisite bouquet of flowers I've ever received, and the vase that they came in is so heavy I could barely get it upstairs to this.
In every vase, from appearance fees to royalties, our earth can catch the bird. You can tell her what the Christian was.
Is this from Hercules?
Yeah.
All right, that's what we need to watch because I haven't seen it.
I've been saving that. I feel like I was going to invite you to the show after we watch that together.
Invite me to what show?
CT Cinema.
Oh, that's sweet. So you're gonna decide for me that that's my favorite movie after I watch it with you? Because you let your guests tell you what their favorite movie is.
Right.
But for me, you're just gonna be like, yeah, you're gonna watch Hercules and you're gonna come in and tell us how much you loved it.
No.
That's crazy.
I was thinking of that because I know we have to watch it together. So it was like, oh man, that'd be something. But no, I'm not gonna make the decision for you. You can tell me what your favorite movie and or TV show is.
All right.
Okay. Build it up before you get on.
Thank you very much. Did y'all ever make it on Black Jesus? Why or why not? I auditioned for Black Jesus about 3 times. I did not book it. But I did go visit the set and saw the shenanigans that they were up to when they were shooting season 1. And I laughed. And I have friends that worked on the show, but I was not on it.
A lot of our friends worked on the show. I never auditioned for it. We went to a screening of it at Comic-Con.
Oh, yeah.
The first year it came out, season 1, just to support Corey. Because we saw the panel was going on and we saw Corey was doing it. We were like, hey, Corey. So we went to go see him. And then saw a couple of our other friends there. And Slink is the best. Love Slink.
Yeah, he and I took pictures together at the BET Awards.
Love Slink. He's very funny and he's so respectful.
He's so sweet.
He's a crip and he's just such a mannerable gentleman.
With his lady, and it's so respectable. And he was like proud of her and telling me about it. I was like, hey, Riri, it was really cool.
Always shown so much love.
Yes. 8th grade, me just knew Tangerine was gonna be my woman.
That made you cough.
That's so sweet. That was so sweet. 8th grade, me just knew Tangerine was gonna be my woman. Shake my head. LOL. That is very sweet, Ilmatic. I appreciate that.
21-year-old me. Imagine how I felt at 23.
If they do a Disney live action Hercules, they better get the muses right.
You ain't lying, because all of them are still alive and they still singing great. One of the muses was one of the ants from Fresh Prince. One of them. Huh. Also, another one was Roz from the show Good News, the sitcom.
Nice.
She was the one. Tell them what the Christian was. Like she was like lead.
She's still alive.
Yeah, I met her at the Laugh Factory in Hollywood on Chocolate Sundays in like 2007 or 8. And it had to be 2008 or 9, actually. And she was in the audience a couple of times. And I just like gave her a hug so many times. I was like, I love you. Like, I watched Hercules over 100 times.
Yeah, you have.
She was like, oh, thank you. I was like,
oh.
Bless my soul. Earth is on the road. Yeah.
Yeah, do you want to talk about relationships?
What a show! Yeah, what you got? You said you got a meme for us?
I just have a couple, but anything about
have a couple.
Anything about
Are you happy in our relationship? What would you rank our relationship today? 1 through 10. What would you give us today? That's your question.
You decided my question?
That's what you always ask me?
I would give my feelings towards you today a 10.
You're a liar. It's always a 10 with you. It's never an honest answer. It's never like, you know what? Today I'll give you a 6. I mean, granted, this is our only interaction today. Well, second, because I saw you before I left and I came back.
You've asked me at times where I felt like it was a 10. There would be no reason for me to lie.
I've asked you at the times. It's crazy. Yeah. I like that.
If you ask me when I'm not feeling like this, I'll give you that answer, but I feel really good about us.
I'll give you a 10. You've done nothing to annoy me.
No dreams that made you wake up mad at me this week?
No. I dreamt great. You know what the dream I did have? I think this was waking up yesterday. I dreamt that we were at the house I grew up in. And when I say house I grew up in, that's the one I turned 18 in, turned 21 in. Like, that's the house.
In the suburbs of Michigan?
It was a suburb at the time. Mm-hmm. Now it is not a suburb.
Not this place on his hoodie.
It was Detroit.
Whatever, go ahead.
Anyway, it was the middle of the night in my mom's old house, but we were living there, me and you, and somebody broke in. And I was like, I heard something. And I'm gonna go check it out. I'm looking all through the house and I didn't hear anything. And then I came upstairs and the door was open and I was like, oh, and I'm running out of the house to try and chase after this dude. And he had his car parked in the driveway next door, which is kind of brilliant if you think about it. So
it is.
Had his car parked in the driveway next door, jumps in his car. I see the license plate. I'm memorizing it. I'm trying to run after the car.
Memorizing it. That's smart.
Come to find out, he drives down the street like 5 or 6 houses, and he's actually a neighbor. He parks in his own driveway thinking that he'd evaded me. And I'm like, I already got the license plate and I know where you live. And I'd woken up before I got to the house. But I remember yelling back, get the gun. And when I'm saying that to you, I'm meaning get your gun, not mine.
Okay. And in real life, if you say get the gun, I'm supposed to always know get my own and not yours. Got it.
Yeah, hopefully. Let me just, okay. We workshop it. Hopefully, if I say get the gun, you get the gun that you're most comfortable with, that you know how to get to quickly, and you can just come out and start shooting.
Oh, don't look. Don't ask questions. Just start.
I'm going to tell you who to shoot.
Caps. Okay.
And then you shoot them.
Okay. Don't shoot you.
Don't shoot me.
Don't shoot you.
Please don't shoot me.
You be running off at the mouth.
But don't shoot me.
This is my shot. This is my chance.
You're still going to go to prison if you shoot me.
Not if it's self-defense and I can say the other guy did it.
Can I tell you something? What you just did with the quoting fingers and said, I'm going to say the other guy did it?
It's on camera.
It's on camera. So that proves that it's premeditated.
I would never hurt my baby. I really wouldn't. Y'all know that. Goodness gracious. And Green Ranger says 0 on the argument counter today. Great job, guys. Yay! No arguments this week. So good. Okay. So let's see. And Autumn Reed says, so what craziness does
what a show
6 brown chicks have today? Pick a number between probably 1 and 5.
1.
Whatever happens with 6 brown chicks is always her fault. Oh, okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Well, some of the stuff you've been reading, that's not untrue. And you talk about misogyny and Purple Rain.
Well, I have you pick the numbers between 1 and 6, and maybe
I don't know what's
misogynistic spirit jumps out and chooses the one where the girl is wild as hell.
You know what?
What's up? Hey, Ashley White, miss you.
I got sisters and a mama, and I was raised very misogynistic. My father was not a misogynist.
All right, well, let's see.
He was a feminist.
Oh, well, we got to stop the presses because I just got another cash out.
Oh, yeah?
Thank you for another sponsorship on today's episode. It's from Cobra Tay. And it is another $25, and it says for love y'all, my extended family. OMG. And I need to give kisses to Guy Trips. I got to give kisses to Tay. And then
hey, Tay hit your boy as well. I appreciate you, Tay.
So first of all, Cobra Tay. Thank you for sowing seeds onto this tangerine and CT tree. These kisses are just for you. Mwah, 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 mwah. Thank you, Cobra Tay. And then rewind to Guy Trip, because I didn't give you your kisses, Guy Trip. Thank you for sowing seeds onto this tangerine and CT tree. These kisses are just for you. Guillaume Trip. Mwah, 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 mwah. Thank you so much. And a CT hug for the guys.
Oh, yeah. Let me ask you this.
Hug you. Yes.
Well, she's still early in the pregnancy. I guess she's still smacking.
Who you talking about?
Guy Trip and Francis.
Oh, well, Lexi Lex, what month do y'all stop? Because Lexi Lex
asked an expert.
I'm asking an expert of somebody who's had a bunch of kids, because you got like 12 kids.
She got
and
3
she's 11 years
children.
old. She's 11 herself, but somehow she's pushing out all these kids. So what month do you not let your husband smash while you're pregnant? And Guy Trip, take note before you get in there trying to get all up in Francis' guts. Tell me, why did my Uncle Cecil get married in one of his leisure suits? Illmatic? I would love to see what that leisure suit looks like. Stop, Green Ranger said.
Wow.
You need to stop.
The baby coming, don't mind.
Oh, first of all, that's crazy.
Let him get out of the way.
I need to know from other people. Please let me know in the comments. Did you have a time where you stopped smashing the pregnant girl? Because that's crazy.
Whew.
Guy Trip says, I haven't touched her since the announcement. Not trying to scramble no eggs.
That's a fact. You know,
that's messed up because she probably has craved you.
I had a girl. Oh my God.
Lexi says, but we typically go all the way through. Wow.
Wow, Lexi.
She says an expert. Yeah, you're an expert, baby girl. 2 months without, Julian says. 2 months without you smashing anybody, or 2 months into the pregnancy? Finish that sentence. Go ahead. What you saying, CT?
Nothing. I just said a quick like
Tempo
a sharp
headache?
pain. I guess I ain't supposed to say what I was about to say. Go ahead.
Okay. Sometimes God steps in.
But hey, young brother. That's what it was.
Got it. As Pop said, you know the first thing in the morning. Bang, 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 bang. Elmatic, you're cute. All right, let's see. Oh, Autumn Reed, our expert in everything, says you don't have to stop. You just have to change positions.
I couldn't do it. Knowing that the baby's, I couldn't do it.
But I heard that women, when you guys are with child, your hormones are going crazy and you are really, really, really horny. So to be told, nah, I'm not going to do it because I don't have the baby is probably upsetting.
I mean, you probably should go all the way through because you're not going to be able to smash her for another 8 weeks after anyway.
Oh, yeah. The Green Ranger probably don't even wait for that.
Can you imagine a guy that's like, hey, open that back door. I just had a baby. I got stitches. Yeah, the back door wide open.
But it's not wide open unless they usually do the back door.
Oh.
So that would be another thing that's painful. Oh, my goodness.
But lift your armpit. Let me get up in there real quick. You got a pit. I can just put it in the pit.
Just any hole will do.
Just put it in the pit. Clean out the pit.
I've never seen this side of you, CT.
What? The resourceful side?
Are you interested in my armpit?
I don't know.
You got to think about it.
I feel like you would try and squeeze me.
You wouldn't want it to be tight?
I don't want it to be that tight. I don't want to hurt myself.
Okay, well, you just let me know how to adjust it. Let's try some arm play this week.
Arm play?
Mm-hmm. Let's try a little arm play.
Let's get you baby steps. Let's do the hands.
I don't like giving hand jobs. My hands are rough. You know this about me. My skin is smooth. My hands are rough. I'll never be able to do a hand job better than a man who's been doing it his whole life.
That's easy for you to say, but men can follow that same thing. Like, I don't know how to rub it. You got it.
Yeah, so life. I've never asked you to rub it.
You haven't.
So there.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
So you want to do some arm play?
Not if it's called arm play.
Should I put lube in there? Like, what do we do? Should I go get some KY jelly and little olive oil, coconut oil? Coconut oil, maybe. I don't know.
Olive oil is fine.
Olive oil. Put that in there and then I don't know. Turn you on a little bit first and then just kind of raise my elbow. How do you even get ready for that?
Could you imagine after we've done it so many times, you'd be like, yeah, just come on. Yeah, girl. So anyway, I was at the grocery store. I had to pick up some.
What's on TV?
I had to get me some lettuce. I'm going to get some strawberries. They got good strawberries up in there.
Ooh, they are shooting in the streets. That is crazy. You are silly.
Yeah, girl. Let me call you. I gotta get tissue.
You know, let me get the hot rag. Oh, lay her on her stomach on the top of a pillow and do flat doggy. I also call that the frog
with
position.
A baby in her stomach?
Illmatic is just over here going on a trip. Wow, not CT asking for a wing job. There's a name!
Job.
There's a name! We're going to do some winging.
Hey, baby, I want some wings.
Yes, let me know, baby. I like this. Malcolm, welcome to the show. Malcolm Willis says, that's wild. This is just too funny.
I want some wings. Tange, your husband said he wants some wings. You should get some lemon pepper.
I don't think that's the kind of wings he wants. Mind your business. Mind your business.
Do you have a napkin? We just need to talk for a second.
Oh, my goodness. This is fun, baby. I'm having a good time. We got 2 people in the waiting room to talk to us. Let me read a couple memes. Pick a number.
Smell these flowers. I said 1.
Oh, so I had them over here. Since I talked about them, let me show them. Let me show them off. These flowers, y'all know my birthday was a couple weeks ago, and I got 5 bouquets of flowers. But this one was delivered to my house a few days after my birthday. And you can't even see. I'm going to show you. Oh, sorry. I looked at the wrong thing. That one looks, okay. Look at how much, it's just such an exquisite arrangement. And this is after it's been a couple weeks old. And this one, how heavy is this? Isn't this heavy?
This is about 40 pounds.
The vase alone is like 40 pounds. Good looking out, my neighbor.
Bite on these leaves.
But look at the detail of it's so beautiful. Baby, you hungry? No, you just left lunch. All right, let's read some memes. Let's get out of here because I do have another Zoom. So what number did you pick?
1.
Gorgeous flowers. Thank you very much.
Gorgeous flowers for a gorgeous lady. Who's that guy? Gorgeous flowers for a gorgeous woman.
If you were that way, it would annoy me if you did that over and over again all day.
Exactly. But because I'm your opposite. If you met somebody who was just like you would be annoyed.
So you said I'm like that?
Yeah. But I don't get annoyed by it because I'm not like that.
Great.
Yeah.
You complete me. This meme is from Six Brown Chicks on Instagram. It is a page that we love to look for fun stories from anonymous users who want some advice about relationships. If you're just tuning in, folks, this is episode 112 of the Marriage Go Round podcast with your real life married couple hosts, Tangerine and CT.
Marriage Go Round.
We happen to be comedians, and we are here today and every Wednesday talking about dating, marriage, and fun relationship memes.
When's
So
your
let's
next show?
read this one. It's June 20th. Papooses and Punchlines.
Nice.
When's yours?
Saturday.
Out of town or in town?
In town. I'm here until next week.
Oh, sorry, we got date night at Skirball.
What night?
I'll tell people later, but yeah, we're gonna watch a movie on the roof at Skirball. Remember?
I don't, so I'm glad you said something.
Mm-hmm. All right. Question number 1 on this week's Six Brown Chicks. It says, "You listen."
These are harder than these. I'm listening.
I feel like you're not.
I am now.
Question number 1 on Six Brown Chicks says, "I'm on the finance committee for our church. I was working late when the church's building fund, we're adding a nursery." Oh, start over. Question number 1 on Six Brown Chicks. I'm on the finance committee for our church. I was working late when the church's building fund, we're adding a nursery, reached its goal. When the online donation cleared, I ran to the pastor's office with the good news, and I caught him bent over, pants at his ankles, and the young thuggish janitor railing him from behind.
No!
Wow. They saw me and offered me money to be quiet and leave the church for good. Pastor, quote, "This is treatment for my prostate issues.
Oh my God.
It's not what it looks like," end quote. I took the $5,000 offer. That's it? He gave me cash from his hidden safe and I left. First of all, the hidden safe, he's got too many secrets. Weeks later, I bumped into the first lady, pastor's wife.
Oh!
And she called me a thief. She said the nursery won't be built because I stole the money and she would kick my ass. But the pastor had told everyone to stay away from me because I stole the Lord's money and I'm going to HELL. We were in Costco and she was loud. I told her what really happened and she didn't believe me. And I says, "I didn't steal from the church. I work for a tax office and that rumor could affect my job. Should I make a public announcement about what really happened? I live in a small town and I need to clear my name." That's cold that he paid her off not to say nothing and he talked bad about her.
Yeah.
And he didn't pay her a lot and they don't sound like they got anything in writing.
No, they didn't get nothing right.
And $5,000 is not enough because she could completely ruin his entire career, his marriage, his family, his reputation, and the entire church congregation. $5,000 was not enough for that.
He ruined it. And 2,
touche.
The term railing is very much more graphic than I ever need to hear again.
But it painted a good picture. We got
It painted a picture.
It got
I won't call it a good picture.
Yeah.
But very unfortunate. Why should I have to leave the church? You paid me to be quiet. I'm not gonna say
That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't agree to the leave part if you actually like the church. You can't trust me. And now the reason he wanted her to leave is so he could talk mess about
Exactly.
her and say that she stole the money. And he must have stole more because if the building fund can't be built because of $5,000, he must have stole more and then blamed it on her and used her as a scapegoat.
Whew!
And the fact that he had a secret stash, the money he stole was probably in the safe.
That's a good point too. That's crazy.
I do not like this name at all, but y'all can read it on your own. You're ridiculous, Illmatic.
Disgusting. Go to the next comment. All right, go to the next story.
5K and affair at the church. Woo! What in the Holy Grail? Exactly, Ashley. Where have you been, girl? I don't even know what railing is, but it sounds sketchy. You're so innocent. My goodness. Okay. Let's see. What's another number? Let's do 3.
Yeah.
3. I've been dating my German coworker for nearly a year.
Okay.
We date secretly. He calls me his little Baumkuchen, a German chocolate cake. I like that. I understand his culture doesn't agree with interracial relationships, but since things were going so well, I thought we would make it. His parents came to visit and he made dinner plans in front of me, but didn't include me.
Oh,
that
rude.
hurts. I asked, "Hans, am I going to meet your family?" He was shocked. Quote, "Why would they want to meet you?" I introduced the main course to the family. "You're my little Baumkuchen."
Oh my God.
That is hurtful. I cut him off for the rest of the week.
The week?
Wow, you showed him, girl. When his parents arrived, He took a blonde from another department to meet them.
Oh.
Hans has been back on my phone apologizing, buying flowers, and offering to make our relationship public if I give him another chance. Should I? He played you. He played in your face, sis.
And no way in the world.
He played in your face.
You're not getting another chance. Not
First of all, we already know the black vajayjay is incredible, and he doesn't want to give that up. So now that his parents are gone, he want to get back up in that.
Back up in the box.
That's messed up. He took a blonde. He probably wasn't even seeing her. And if he was, that means he was seeing both of y'all. He played you because his parents would probably be having a lot of questions.
Here's the problem. It's not even a problem about not introducing the parents to you. Mm-hmm. It's not my problem here. My problem is how he spoke to her. Why would I do that? Why would I introduce you? I only introduced the main course.
And you my little chocolate cake.
Woo!
Yeah, that's disrespectful. That's disrespectful. Back to the other one, Autumn Reed's advice is blow up the spot. You ain't about to besmirch my name because you got bent.
Facts.
I like the Bert and the besmirch. I don't even know how to say it. Mm-hmm. Back up in the box though. CT with the vocals with that. LOL.
Back up in the box.
All right. You want to bring in this person?
The legendary Cobra Tay.
Cobra Tay.
What's up, Playboy?
I like the lighting effect behind you. It kind of makes me forget that your screen is so blurry. How you doing today?
I am fantastic. I had to show love to my bloodline, you know, my extended family. So
thank you. Thank you for sponsoring the show with Guy Tripp, sending us money. We appreciate you. I just love this color behind you. Tell us where you're located and what you'd like to say about relationships this week.
I'm in Baltimore, Maryland. That's some messed up petty stuff. Like, how you just gonna say, oh yeah, you just my little chocolate side piece. I'm gonna introduce her.
Cold game.
I'm sorry, that couldn't be me.
Could be you?
No, it couldn't be me. Man, I'm introducing you to my parents, and that's what I'm going to do. But ain't no you my little side piece, ain't no little side nothing. Who I'm with is who I'm with.
I know that's right.
Respect. Well, like it. What's your question for us today, Playboy?
Man, my question would be, if you happen to witness that certain situation, what is your reaction, and what is your first reaction, and what are you going to do, and what are you going to do about it?
You talking about the church scenario? If you walk in and see a male pastor bent over, having the janitor have his way behind you?
No, I'm talking about the side piece conversation.
Oh, phew. Okay. All right. You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. If I were to see the German guy with the black girl saying that to her, I will wait for him to say it to her because I know they're going to disperse, but they're not going with each other.
Right.
And I would pull her to the side and I would say, Queen, respectfully, not to be in your business, but overhearing what I just heard, you deserve better than that. I'm not saying I'm better than him. I'm saying you deserve better than that. I don't want you to think I'm trying to smash. You need to get out of that.
What if she had a really big butt?
I am trying to smash. but you still deserve better. Do not go back to him. If you do, that's showing that you don't have any love for yourself.
Yeah, no self-confidence, no self-love, no self-esteem. Exactly. He definitely tried to devalue her, Sweet said. Yeah, he definitely did, and she should not take him back. There's no such. Latasha says nope, she's not taking back. Autumn, get out of fantasy land. What did Autumn say? Okay, here we go. Autumn Reed says, first of all, German men love black women, and it's actually quite acceptable over there. She should have Google translated that to understand she was the side chick. Oh, so the chocolate cake means the side chick?
What would you do, Tangerine?
If I saw it happening, knowing me, I'd probably just film it on the low.
Oh my God.
Like, look at this. He just told her she was. First of all, I wouldn't even know what boom munching meant because I don't speak German. But if I could tell what it meant, I've actually been the type to go up to women when they're in their a sad state and help them. There are people who come up to me and tell me, remember so many years ago, I was crying on a curb and you came and talked to me and you gave me a ride home. Da, da, da. I'm like, I barely remember that because I've done that, a couple of times. Even when I told you we were at the concert for the the Millennium concert, like a couple months ago, and I was walking to the concession stand, and it was crowded, and there was a girl standing in the hallway just crying. A 5'11" chocolate stick was just crying, and I just walked up to her and just hugged her for a while, and she hugged me so tight, and I didn't ask her anything, and she didn't tell me anything. I hugged her heart to heart so she could feel the love, and I looked in her eye, and she gave me that nod like thank you, and I walked off. So if I saw somebody going through something, I would probably just be like, sis, do you want to talk? Do you need anything? Like, what's going on? Because that's the type of person that I am.
Ooh, wow. Yeah.
Autumn Reed says she dated a German national for 2 years. Of course you did, Autumn Reed. What haven't you done? I love it. Anything else, Mr. Cobra Tay?
Not really. I mean, y'all different from me because honestly, if I seen that situation, knowing me and my type, I probably would just knock the guy out. Like say, look, listen, you don't deserve that. You're a queen in your own right. God made you a queen, so you gotta live like it.
It's true.
Like I live like I'm saying, you deserve better than that. I ain't better than that. I'm a work in progress. But I live my life as a king, like I should be.
I love that.
But, gotta do your thing.
I love that self-awareness. He says, I'm a work in progress, but I live my life as a king. That's bars right there, Cobra Tay.
That is, I like that.
Thank you for calling in. We'll see you next week.
All right. I love y'all. Peace.
Love you back, man. All right, bye.
Cobra Tay. She knew she was a side piece, Green Ranger says. But damn, not even mac and cheese. Yeah. He called her generic chocolate cake. That's a good point. All right, next person into this room from the green room before we get out of here today. Hey, she's bouncing.
She's all over the place.
She's all over the place.
All over.
Wear your glasses, baby. Wear your glasses. See what she's doing over here. I feel like they're not being held down by a brassiere.
She never has a bra.
They're breathing. They out. They free. They breathing. So
it's been a long time, Ashley White.
It's been a long time coming, but I know
that change is gonna come.
Oh yes, they will.
That's gonna come. All right, Ashley White.
It's been too long living.
All right, we're already over an hour.
Afraid to sigh.
You finished?
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, Ashley White, episode 112 of the Marriage Go Round podcast. Tell us where you're located and what you would like to say about relationships today.
Oh, yes, they will.
I see y'all hit the Sam Cooke, A Change is Gonna Come vocals with it.
Devontae said she's white.
He said it as if, one, we don't have eyes. Two, it's a secret.
Three, you gotta realize Devontae hasn't been on. He's been coming since she hasn't been here. Since he's been here, so he's realizing like, she's white.
That's a wild.
I'm sorry, that caught me off guard. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Please continue. Start over, Ashley.
Wait, he said it as if we was gonna be like, no. Go ahead, Ashley. What's your question, yo?
Okay. Hey y'all, hey, it's Ashley from North Carolina.
Okay.
Wow, it's expanded now.
Man. So my question is, I know it's been a long time for real, because I got a lot of update about it. So my question is though, for real, is I notice when it comes to like relationships and friendships, but also relationships, a lot of people lack accountability, especially knowing like if they're loud and wrong, they don't want to admit it. But my question is, why is it so hard for folks to possess accountability and admitting when they are wrong?
Great question. I often ask myself that same question. I'm like, why can't people just admit they're wrong? And a lot of people don't know that they're wrong, but a lot of times people have told people you're wrong about X, Y, and Z. And people still can't even see that perspective. Something that I found to be a joy is watching somebody be wrong and watching them justify it to themselves. Because I'm like, at that point, you're delusional. So there's no action answer for that outside of a lot of people aren't raised to have accountability for anything. It's like pouting gets them out of a jam, or their punishment gets ended early, or people let the time pass and just change the subject. That's the most dangerous thing. It's like you get into an argument with somebody, and then hours later, y'all come together. So you want to watch something? Yeah, after we acknowledge what just happened.
And you admit you were wrong.
And a lot of people don't do that. They just go straight to watching something together.
And I'm always looking for the source. And it makes me think, what if single parents, or not just single parents, but parents in general, when they say, do this because I said so, and it might not be the right thing, it might not have a reason to do it, but you're just being told, just do this, this is the right way, and I'm the parent, so I'm always right. I'm never wrong. Because I grew up my parents were never the type to be like, oh, I made a mistake, you were right about that, kid. You know, they never said they were, you know, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done it that way or whatever. They never admitted they were wrong. I don't think most parents, well, back in the day, I don't think those parents would admit that they had made any mistakes. And so we don't grow up knowing how to say that we made a mistake, because we don't see that. We don't have an example of that. And that would be my first thought of why, because I learned it in this relationship.
Which is crazy, but better late than never. My older sister always bridged that gap for me. So where my parents might have been wrong about something, either my sister would see it in real time, or I would talk to her about it and I would say, here's what happened. And I would always include what I did as well. And then she's like, yeah, you kind of have to take this L. This person is wrong. And for me, it was great just to have somebody understand my perspective. And it was like, oh, God bless you for hearing me. You know what I mean? So that allowed me to not really push the issue on my parents being wrong. Because the type of person I am, I've been this way since I was a kid. So it doesn't matter how old you are. I would still go to you and be like, you're wrong. So I couldn't do that with my parents, but I did it to my teachers, which got me in more trouble, because it was like, well, I'm going to call your mama. Like, call her. Call them, tell them. Because when I'm angry, I'm mad. So, but I'm going to calm down by the time the parent-teacher conference comes. But at the same time, I looked at it like this. I'm already getting bullied at home by my parents by me not being able to speak up for myself. So
we all were bullied.
You're not about to, have me not speaking up for myself at school. So I would say what I felt, and I would cuss, and I would say anything I wanted, because I couldn't cuss my mom out. Somebody getting this work.
And one of the favorite things to say now to people is just take the L. Like,
take the L.
You're wrong in a situation. Just take the L.
Because if multiple people telling you, hey, you're wrong for this, it's okay to say, yeah, you're right, my bad, as opposed to keeping it up.
I agree. We're almost out of time. You want to say anything else to us? Long time no see, Ashley White.
Y'all look beautiful as always, and I just want to say shout out to both of you. I've been watching y'all from afar, of course. I've been super busy, I received an award not too long ago at an event, which was one of the highest prestigious honors at the event, the NIL Advocacy of the Year Award for my podcast, and my podcast actually ended up having 2 sponsorship collaborations.
Nice.
So
congratulations.
Thank you. And I had one of my guests on my podcast that actually used to play for Detroit Pistons during where y'all was at, but now he's at 76ers, but he used to play for the Pistons back in the day. But
don't date him.
No. He far away. He got kids, and he's good people's. So I've been busy. So I felt like y'all, like when y'all be busy and like go like what's it called? Incognito. That's what I felt like. But I've been seeing y'all's work, and I saw CT's new podcast interview where he talked about Kyla Pratt, which, first of all, please give people, I need Kyla Pratt to get her flowers now, because first of all, I grew up watching her. She was one of those stars that you saw back in your childhood days, just like Cree Summer. When you grew up watching cartoons, you heard Cree Summer's voice in all them cartoons. You grew up with her.
Yes.
So,
and I was actually with Kyla on the red carpet at the BET Awards. We got a little video on my phone together.
Nice.
My reel. That's my girl. She was like, hey, Tanj. But I have to go because I have a meeting with the HOA in 4 minutes.
Oh, that's a good pleasure.
Oh, actually 2 minutes according to the iPad. But Thank you for coming here, bouncing it. Ashley, we love you. Congrats on your award for your podcast, Bonafide Her. Y'all check it out, support her on YouTube.
Bring the last person.
Shoot. We got 2 minutes with him. What's up, Guy Trip, our sponsor? Hello.
Hey, all right. I I know you gotta go, so I'm gonna make it real quick. Thank you guys so much for the love and shout out. I have a special thing with my wife with the thing that we did to get pregnant, so I really can't touch her. I just wanted to get that clearing out the way. Also,
Okay,
some,
Okay.
got you.
something something else. Also, we found out she's 2 months, about to be 3 months. You skip a couple of steps when you do it that way.
Oh, interesting.
So it's a shorter pregnancy.
Yeah, like she'll be 3 months July 2nd instead of two.
Mm.
Okay, you guys did IVF?
Yes.
Got it. That's very popular nowadays. And in fact, they're getting it for you can use your health care to pay for it finally.
Hopefully.
Oh,
Man, they
oh,
charging
the
people
army
out
pays
the
for this.
back.
This
He
baby's
said I'll
army
pay for
made.
this.
So
But it's
now this,
been in the papers all the time that they're trying to make it, the Republicans want people to be able to have more kids.
Oh, look at that.
So
yeah.
they're making it
Well, this baby's army made, so it's free. Free.
I like that.
congratulations. We love you. Thank you for
Anyway, I don't
sponsoring.
want.
We'll see you
Yep, I don't
later.
want to hold you guys that too much. Go give the HOA hell, okay? Love y'all.
There's a lot
Facts.
going on.
Love
There's
you
some
back,
drama.
man.
There's
All
some
right.
drama. All right,
Appreciate y'all.
bye. See you guys soon. Love you, baby.
So,